Hey, welcome again to another episode of Cardboard Conversations. I'm Pat the Pauper, joined tonight by MTG Gaming Matt and MTG Gaming Bob as well, along with a bunch of wonderful people down there in the chat section. So, hello everybody joining us live this Saturday evening. Great to see you here, and thanks for joining us for some crazy cardboard conversations. It's going to be something up tonight. We just had the wild release of Infinity. Looks like the Warhammer decks were as incredible as I was hoping they were. Things are just going kind of wild with Magic 30th, as you can see by Matt's theme. So, Matt, is there anything you want to start us off with this evening?
Um, do we want to talk about our Infinity experience, or do we want to talk about?
Absolutely. Let's do that. Let's talk about Infinity. That's sort of like the hot topic just 2 days ago for us.
Mm.
So, Rob messaged me and asked, like, "Hey, do you and the guys?"
I'm Rob,
want
by the
to-
way.
True.
When he says Rob, he means MTG Gaming Bob.
MTG Gaming Rob Bob. He sent me a message. He's like, "Hey, do you and the guys want to play Infinity?" And I'm the type of guy that I like the strategy games. I like games that require you to think. So like whenever there's like fun games that are just designed to just be kooky funny, I tend to like Cards Against Humanity, all the cards where you have to like vote. There's like an accent game for cards. I just kind of, I don't know. I could do without them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I decided that I always want to try something at least once. So I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do it. But there's a lot of the cards that just looked kooky and weird, and I just didn't think I'd like it. So, but anyways, like I said, I always want to try something once, just to, because a lot of times when you're with friends, that's going to be fun anyways, and that's kind of what happened. So, I sent the group text message to my buddies. One guy replied, said, "Hell yeah, sure," and the rest didn't reply. But I'm like, yeah, just they're gonna deal with it anyways. They're what are they gonna do? Say no? They're at my house. They have to do it, right? So, anyways, Rob gets here. He gets all the packs together. We start drafting, and it's pretty fun. Reading the cards is daunting. Some of them have many paragraphs for whatever reason. They all seem to have like a block of text. So like the draft alone took like an hour and 15 minutes or so.
It was
Took
long.
a while. And then somewhere throughout the fun, Nate decided to open his second pack in the middle of us drafting our first pack, and then also pass it along.
Hold on. Be fair. I was the first one that mucked that up during the first round of packs.
No,
And
I
then
think
Nate-
I think your mess up was.
No, I was first. Nate went second.
Oh, you opened. Yeah. Well, okay, yeah. You opened your second pack, and then it allowed Nate to just go. Okay, this is fun. Let's do that.
Well, but he didn't even announce it. He just did it.
I saw it, and then I did it. I did it shortly after, but then I didn't rotate the cards through because it was already messed up. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. So then
It was fun.
somewhere through the third pack of drafting, I get a pack of cards from Rob that has 2 Infinity lands in it, basic lands, and I'm like, I know this can happen if one's foil and one's not, but these were both non-foil. So I'm like, okay, this is strange. And I'm like, Rob, what's up with this? And he's like, what? And I'm like, there's 2 basic lands here. And he's like, and yeah, that can happen. I'm like, yeah, but neither one of them are foil. And he's like, well, that's weird. And he starts looking at the cards. He goes, oh, those look familiar. He passed me his draft pack.
Like
all the cards
I
he's
had
been
been
drafting. He just passed them to me.
Holy
Yo.
shit! He's got a cool brain.
I think it might be even a little bit crazier. Dave just asked for a link as well. So we
Oh,
might
shit,
be
that'd be
having.
great.
Oh, it's gonna be a full house.
Yeah, it's
So-
going to get bonkers.
I am saucy right now. People were buying me drinks on my stream.
Whoa!
It was
Get some.
entertaining.
There
We
you
have a
go.
lubricated dual brain.
Yes, indeed.
He's working on a
So,
single
yeah.
brain right now.
Awesome.
All in all,
we have you on.
Yeah,
all in all,
man.
that was a lot of fun. Like
I've
loved
been
Infinity.
meaning to forever, like shit.
Yeah.
I'm just still out here finishing my bowl. I'll go downstairs and give you the
the visual.
yeah.
Face. So I will say this about Infinity. One thing I did learn from our draft, Matt, and you can correct me if you feel differently. We haven't talked about this yet, but I think it's entirely different since we did a 5-player grand melee style free for all. I do not think it would be nearly as fun or balanced head to head. What are your thoughts on that, Matt? So, if you're going to draft this, I recommend doing a free-for-all style with at least 4 players.
I think it could work both ways. I think it's fine. Like
I think it
Nate
might
had
have
a
been
Nate had a
unbalanced.
Nate had a pretty kooky deck. He would have probably stomped the majority of us 1-on-1
Yeah.
because his deck was pretty. He had a pretty nutty combination going on. I had a pretty good deck as well, but I wouldn't say that it was you know.
Yo,
Hey, what's up, guys?
what's happening, BBD?
Oh
Walking
my
around?
God,
Oh
Dave and
my
Dual Brain
God.
on the same stream.
Oh
That
my God,
rarely happens.
Somebody get me a drink. I gotta catch up to Ed.
You
Oh,
know,
hey.
this
Cheers
is
to
like
you. I'm
number
still drinking.
6 right now. I've been dabbing all
No,
night
I'm
too.
actually.
Jesus.
Oh dang.
Oh my God, man, liquor and dabbing. Not good, not good, my friend. Not good. Just ask Pat. My sneakers still have vomit on it from the
I
island.
was just gonna say
True story. I'm
So my
actually.
final thoughts on
I'm.
Infinity. I'm sorry.
Oh, good. Oh no,
My
go
final
on.
thoughts on Infinity before we get on to the next section here is, I think it's unfair that people are poo-pooing on it simply because of financial value. I think you're missing the beauty of the product. It really was fun. So we've been talking about it a lot on this channel. You know, get fun back into Magic. It doesn't always have to be for profit.
But you know, those freaking Galaxy foils, you know, pain
Doing
lands,
pretty good.
not pain lands. The shocks are looking sick.
Oh, I opened the box topper. I got was the Rakdos.
Blood
What's
Crypt.
that? Blood.
Yeah, from
Blood
what I
Crypt.
understand, all the box toppers are collated to be always shocklands. And now
How the
it's
hell do you go
like-
from Dominaria to be
Yeah.
complete trash for the box toppers to then going to Infinity with only being shocklands as the box topper? Like what the
Foil Shocklands.
Yeah, it's crazy. And what about freaking Crimson Vow before that? What is that trash? And Nuka Penna.
And, I'll tell you what, the collector packs. I've done very well. Oh, go ahead, Ed. Oh no, I was just saying. I've pulled about. I think I pulled 4 shocklands and opened 4 packs. It's crazy. It's
Wow,
crazy.
that's
But,
sick.
Pretty good ratio.
Yeah, very
That
impressive.
set
pull
is
right
so fun. It is definitely. It just makes me smile. I don't know how else to say that. It's just a fun set. It's great for draft. I'm gonna definitely do that with Editor Jameis, the guy, and whoop their butts again. And just
You
have
know
a
what
good
I
time.
really hate?
I just want to say it looks like Dave's gonna be found footage film later. Like we're just gonna see him there with 5 or something.
No,
like there's gonna be
I'm just
Feels like
finishing
there's
up
gonna be a
7 Mile Walk.
Sasquatch that comes in and tackles him.
Yeah.
I
No,
just
I'm-
really hate that like awesome sets like Infinity, freaking Dominaria United is so awesome. You know, Nuka Penna, Kamigawa, even all this stuff. Double Masters is just getting trampled on by all the product and the BS. In 3-5 years, we're gonna be like, oh man, Dominaria United, I want to open some of that. You know.
It's
I don't
so
know about
much
that one.
product, though. Honestly, it is like Jumpstart. I got a mailer today for pre-order, and nobody knows what Jumpstart 2022 is really going to be like.
Mm.
I got it. I would get it below $80 a box shipped to my door. And I was like,
And, you know,
man,
that was
I want it,
discussion
but
where-
I just don't have the budget. We got the calendar countdown coming up. That's going to be at least $150. I'm probably going to get 2 of those.
Yep, same.
And I hate to say this, so shocking news for all of you out there that know I've been beating the drum for 30th commemorative edition. I just may not have the funds.
I've actually been thinking that the funds that I had for it, I might be putting towards an antiquities pack or trading up with that funds and get into an Arabian Nights pack.
I was just gonna say that to Bob. If you really want the commemorative set, definitely trade up, man. If that's what you want.
You know,
or sell
totally
up.
right. You know, this is definitely getting from the game aspect, purely play pieces. The game is getting more expensive. It feels like even when we are getting reprints, it's not all of the cards that we're looking to get. And with all of these other ancillary products, a lot of our funds are going to other places as well, taking
Like
away
Vegas.
from the game being expensive, but for the whole
I did
product line
just
to be
I did just invest in a small what I think is a fortune. I grabbed up 2 collectors of Midnight Hunt and 2 collectors of Crimson Vow for $86 and $89 a pop. And I am so happy that I bought those. I spent a total of $305 just to pull those in, and it was awesome.
It's a good deal, and you'll probably make out well. But some of the advice that I've given here recently, and I still hold to it: don't buy, even if it's a good deal, don't buy product that you wouldn't mind being stuck with. And honestly, I'd hate to be stuck with either one of those.
You're going to be stuck with them for a while, man. Because think about this. Think about this, right? Wizards through Amazon is undercutting all the stores and supplying all the people who possibly wanted one. When are the stores going to sell them? When are the prices going to rebound? It's going to be forever.
It's going to take a while, but I disagree with you. I disagree with you guys on Midnight Hunt.
I agree with Dave.
Midnight Hunt is going to age pretty good. I know Meat Hook just got banned in Standard. I do know about that.
Napalm's bringing the fire. I think he's right. He's got the fire, in the Crimson Vow and Midnight Hunt were just plain old poopy dookies.
Well, I hate Crimson Vow. I'm not gonna lie.
Josh, my buddy, thinks Crimson Vow actually has more potential than Midnight Hunt.
All it takes is like vampires to take off for like another set.
Financial aspect, and this isn't financial advice. This is financial speculation and fun.
I mean,
it's such a low rent product because a collector box is selling for $90. Of course, it has all the room.
4 collector boxes for the price of a jump. I bought one collector box rather for the price of a Jumpstart currently. Jumpstart,
and it's not a bad deal. It's not a bad deal, but that doesn't. Again, like when I'm looking at my shelf, and it was, I don't know whether it was the professor that said it or maybe it was Moxman, I don't remember, but I considered it wise words. When you're looking to buy a product, even for investment, buy the products that appeal to you personally. Buy the products that you don't mind getting stuck with. If the market tanks, goes to zero, the game dies. That way, it's really, really, according to Rudy, lowering your risk, right? That, if they go to zero, at least their products, like, I don't give a shit what anybody says about Infinity. Like, I had a blast. I would definitely play that shit again with friends multiple times in the future. That was so much fun. And that's the way that I look at most of my products. It's not just how good is it going to perform financially. That's a factor. But is it something I would like to open?
Yep.
Right. Is it something you want to have fun
with?
Well,
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna put it this way. If they had set boosters and draft boosters of the same product for $50 a pop, no effing way. But when you talk about collector boosters, especially with one of those sets that has 2 box toppers, as garbage as they can be, I don't care what anybody says. Collector boosters are gonna do just fine. And when it's sold out in 2 hours. Yep.
Your Pringles will definitely have aged well.
I don't know. I think over time we're going to see.
With that.
Over time, we're going to see a stratification of collectors' boxes. Yes. We're going to see ones that have more going for them than others, such as Comic. They didn't have a box topper though, or Ikoria, which has a theme and box toppers. And like some pretty ill cards, it's got to have something plus. Yeah, Ikoria's so
great. Ikoria's sick, dude. I don't
underestimated that freaking fierce guardianship cycle that's in it in the collectors packs. Man, underestimated.
The collectors packs. I always
the one that Dave ate. The one that Dave chewed on live stream.
Which one was that? I forget.
Are you kidding? It was the blue one, right? You chewed on during the charity.
Oh
stream?
yeah, no, that's right. The other, its counterpart is Deflect and Swat, which is a sick card.
It's Fierce Guardianship, right? That's the one, right? Fierce Guardianship.
Fierce Guardianship. Yeah, I was Feldy won it. That's right. He asked me to. Oh no, I forget who won it, but they asked me to bite it. So I'm like, all right. And somebody's like, that's a $45 card. I'm like, well, it's a $45 card with my mouth mark on it now.
Dude, it's like an $80 or $90 card now. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, that whole
Not
season.
yep,
Yep, 90. Deflecting SWAT is
Not
like
that one.
45.
But listen, Jen, yeah, that's what it was. And deflected SWAT. I love that card. Great red card. Oh my god. Change the context of the color. It's stupid. It's so good.
The
So
whole
good.
series is very good. I mean, even the
Guys, I
black
don't mean to
version-
bounce early. I really got a jet. I'm just approaching the house and I got to eat some dinner.
Yeah, no
Take care,
worries.
Dave.
You go kick those asses. Love you. Talk to you again
Later,
soon,
Dave.
Dave.
So, Matt, you said something and I didn't quite hear. You said you agreed about one side or the other on the cheap Crimson.
I think both Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow are both going to do well long term. I think they're going to be one of the sets that people are like, "Oh, that set was shit. I hate it," and I think it's going to do just fine. I bought a collector of each.
I don't know. I'll say this. I think, looking at it, and I don't know if you guys have looked at. I don't understand how Kaldheim's not doing better. Like when I look in there, there's a lot of great cards that keep going up, keep finding room in decks, keep finding slots in modern decks and Pioneer and
One of the
Commander
hardest
decks.
parts with Kaldheim is that some of the choice cards are already getting cherry picked for reprints, and we're seeing some of the good hits really lose a lot of value because of the current reprinting system. And I mean, no box toppers.
Even still, though, I mean, there's just so many functional cards that are so good in that set. Things that people don't even look at, like the Pyre of Heroes, even lower stuff. You want to talk about a card that here's a card that everybody that plays it in a commander deck. I'm going to show you here in a second. A card that everybody plays in a commander deck from Kaldheim. Not everybody plays it in a commander deck, but everybody that plays it in a commander deck just raves about how good this card is.
Oh, Mystic Reflection. That
Card's
thing's
so
a
good.
beast.
See what I mean? It's like everybody that looks at this card, plays with this card, is like, wow, that played so much better than I expected it to. It's so versatile. It does so much shit. It's like a what, $2 card in Kaldheim?
I had to
like
read
that?
it like 3 times to make sure I was as broken as I thought it was. I'm like, so
Yeah.
wait, you're telling me that if they play their commander and I play this card, their commander's just freaking gone if they have no sack outlet or anything?
I've actually used it for some elf shenanigans, which we might get into a bit later with my theme for Sleeve Cell Shred for tonight. That if you're playing a card like Elvish Promenade, where you are about to make 8 elf tokens all at once, but you decide to play Mystic Reflection first. So instead you get 8 copies of Elvish War Master. Not too bad.
I guess Ed doesn't like Mystic Reflection.
He just bounced.
No, he had to go prepare his cards for tonight's Triple S. That's a lot easier to say.
He's like,
Just, a big thank you for
Fuck
Dave
this
from
Triple S.
MTG Attitude for stopping by tonight. I know you were out on your walk. You got to stay healthy. That's why you look so damn fit. So thank you for joining us for the little bit you were able to.
I just want to say this real quick, guys. Sorry to interrupt. So many great comments in chat tonight. I am seeing that. There's only just so much that we can handle and have a conversation with, because you guys are really hitting us with good shit out there tonight. But I am looking at the chat, and thanks to Ed for making all of you show up here. Hopefully you're enjoying it to some degree. But I'm just saying, Kaldheim,
We were
I think
partying beforehand, It's like,
uh-oh. I just think that Kaldheim is, when we talk about underrated sets, I think Kaldheim's ultimately going to end up doing better than AFR, Crimson Vow, Strixhaven, Midnight Hunt. There's so many key cards in there.
There's like, you got to understand with Collector's Edition, how I'm looking at it now, right? Sorry, I've been smoking all night.
And drinking.
Exactly.
I use a triple barrel bong.
No seriousness like that. So how I look at Collector's Edition at this point, right? From the beginning, from Eldraine to now, okay? There's like a checklist you got to look at. You got box toppers, you got chase, you got variants. Like I'm talking about treatments, like etched. Like, is it good in that set or isn't it good in that set? Things like in Strixhaven. So there's a lot of check boxes, right? And a set like, I don't know, Innistrad, what does it check there? There are no box toppers. They've already been reprinted, the cards. There's a couple of good cards. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, the land cycle too. But, like, what else does it have going for it? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like it checks very few of the boxes. Now, Icoria's got box toppers. It's got a theme. It's got alternate art cards with God. That's cool. It's got powerful cards, as in like those Fierce Guardian, especially the collector's edition, where you have the commander cards in there. So it's like, let's look at Capenna, right? They got a sick land cycle. You always need a land cycle. That's another box to check, right? It's got the gilded foils, which are kind of rare, but really, what else does it have going for it? And I feel that's kind of what made it fall. The Triomes, yeah, sick land cycle, but no chase, no box topper, because that box topper doesn't count.
I'm going to argue with you there.
You think so?
What I'll say about that,
I love it.
not so much for the collector. So forget about the collector. Box did the collectors also get a box topper? The foreign printings of those, the Chase, what is it, Gallagreater? I even want those, but they got too expensive too fast. Like, if you're looking to get a whole set of every art style printing of those box toppers for Streets of New Capenna, you're going to pay several $100s.
Okay, so what I'm talking about more is like the value of opening a box. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it just wasn't there for us. You know what I mean? In English.
No, I totally get where you're going. The collector boxes, from a purely investor standpoint, have to have more than just good cards in them to age really well, a la the super rare Jeweled Lotus in Commander Legends. I'm going to say it. I think Dominator United
Commander Legends are good too.
I think Dominator United will recover simply because of Legends. Just because people haven't pulled them.
Totally. And then
they will recover.
Look, Dominator United also has like really ill showcase too. Like, it looks good and it's got sick lore going for it that, Capenna was cool and all, but it doesn't have that hardcore historic lore. You know what I mean? There's a lot of boxes, man. You know what I mean? To check.
I think it's a travesty what's happening with the Double Masters 2022. That's such a banger product.
That's unbelievable product.
I have a shitload of it, so I'm not going to buy anymore. But I'm just telling you, that product, in hindsight, in the rearview mirror, people are going to go, shit, I missed out.
This is one of those times where we see things come out.
What am I going to do with this?
Do the same deal where they come out, they're hot right off the press. We saw these boxes, not just the collectors, but also the drafts get quite expensive. And now that we're seeing a bit of a dip, a recession in that, it's not like they're going to print more of those. So if anything, to me, this is a signal to buy on that product. For me personally, not everybody else. Y'all do you.
I agree. It's just that, Pat, all of us got in early. You know what I mean? And that's the problem now. I just uploaded a video that the new trend is wait, God damn it. You'll get your good stuff and you'll get it at a good price, 20 to 30%, but you got to wait a little bit.
I've been saying wait the entire
time. Right now trend. That's just like the company printing what they printed this year. Even Rudy said it, and he said it about all the card companies, making all their production numbers and schedules and distribution schedules based off of very abnormal black swan type events in the last couple of years, right? So if you set that as, you have to adjust. There's no one size fits all, right? You have to adjust to the market, move to the market when the market
changes every freaking couple of months. Like,
come on now.
So right now, that's a trend, but that might switch in early spring, right? It could switch next summer. It could switch at any time, right?
And Matt,
you just need to be aware. Don't take us
with this dip.
To me, though, for the next at least bunch of sets, if I want them, I'm going to be waiting because the boxes will go down. Like Brothers War will go down after release. I'm not even going to talk anything else. That's the truth of what's happening on the next set.
Yes.
What was that,
Matt?
Pat?
What do you think about Double Masters 22 getting a little bit of a recession now that it came out? Another set has released after it. Do you have any opinion on this as someone who's usually proxy friendly and also a big fan of other TCGs? Anything you want to weigh in opinion wise on this?
I think the biggest problem right now with Double Master 22, and really the only thing hurting it, is just the amount of product being released that people can't afford. I think that people are buying something, they're like, oh, Double Master 2022 is sick, I got to sit on it. And then like something else comes out that they really, really want. Maybe the collectors, the 30th collectors, the $1,000, they got to sell a couple boxes to get that because they want the, Black Lotus or whatever. So I think that I don't think that people normally would probably be trying to offload. Like stores got to offload because they can't sit on product. Typically, and I just think that it's mainly just an overload of product that is the only reason we're seeing a downtick. It's the same thing that's going to happen with every product that comes out, and until they stop bombarding with product, I don't think that's going to change. I don't think that people can sit on product like just a standard investor can. If you've got a store and you've got to turn product, you can't sit on thousands and thousands of dollars of product and just hope that it goes up. You got to pay the bills. You can't. You probably don't have tens of thousands just paying the bills just random. I don't know. That's my opinion. I don't really have much information to back that up besides just how I feel. How I feel is when I look behind me and I'm like, I have, I'm blessed with enough money that I have, I can buy more stuff, but I definitely am getting to the point now where I can't just buy a case of every set that comes out. I can't. That would drain me too much. So then I have to start thinking, how much do I really want Brothers War? I really like artifacts. If it is going to be a really heavy artifact set, I like Urza's, and I just think that I think it's going to be sick. I got to think about, do I sell some of the product behind me? You can't see, but there's a bookshelf of the stuff that I have. Do I sell some of the stuff behind me and go, this isn't performing well right now. Maybe it performs well in 3 years, but I want that other stuff right now. So then you kind of sell that stuff and then to pay for more purchases. I don't know. That's my thought.
I'm definitely for one pumping the brakes, and Matt, I'm not averse to buying cases of things, and I buy them for various reasons: for investing, for collecting, for opening with friends. And in all honesty, my last 2 cases, you guys might be shocked, was Commander Legends, Baldur's Gate, and Unfinity. I do not expect either one of those to do tremendously well.
I just love
probably
this
the Unfinity, if I had to bet, will do better. Better.
Sorry.
Okay, whatever. I would bet that Unfinity long term will end up doing better than Baldur's Gate.
I disagree
for a variety of reasons. However, I don't think I didn't buy either of those for investment purposes. That was purely to go over to Matt's house and open and play with friends. And that means that's $1,000 plus out of my budget that would have bought. For investment purposes, I think that the commemorative edition will be just a slam dunk. And that means one less commemorative edition, at least, if I buy any at all. It certainly meant I didn't get in on the Warhammer 40K. That was just, nope. Haven't done anything with Secret Lairs in a long time. Still waiting on my head. I win, tails, you lose. Got an email this week.
You and everybody else.
Yeah, that'll be shipped when we're in Vegas. So that's cool.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah. Maybe.
And I live alone, so it's just gonna be sitting on my porch. I'm gonna have to talk to my neighbor and ask if she can grab it or something.
So one of the great things about a PO box is I ordered the wildest shit, and somebody has to sign for it. I ordered a bicycle through a fucking PO box once.
Did they put it in your box one piece at a time?
No, they put a little slip, just like a little advert saying, "Hey, come talk to us." And it's we have a bike here for you. I just
so if you guys don't mind,
again, like Bob was talking about, I just want to reiterate the thought. Everybody here in chat, thank you for all your incredible conversation back and forth. It's wonderful to have you here, and I love the type of community we're trying to build. I like the tone you've got going with it.
So if you guys don't mind me busting in with it,
this is the dual brain community, man. We're mad chill.
So speaking of dual brain, while I got you here live, Ed, because I've wanted to chat with you about this, and
all right,
then hopefully we can put some of this, behind us a little bit with the commemorative edition, and then move on. But I've been doing a lot of math on this over the past week and a half to really see, okay, what are the numbers telling me as an investor and whatnot. And so my conclusion, and then I would like you to refute it, please, shoot holes all in this. So the current going price for a sealed collector box from 1993 with a complete set in there is going for about $24,000 if you look on TCG Player.
All right.
There's two of them, and they're both at that $25,000 mark. So doing the math, it works out pretty close to the same for the total number if you were trying to get a full set through the commemorative edition. I really believe that had they released commemorative edition any lower in price, like I asked you on your stream the other day, how do they release this? Like if somebody says, if they had the directive, I want you to reprint beta, do it in a way that has the smallest impact on the community at large, but we want to have that as our release for Magic 30th. Let's just assume that it wasn't, hey, let's see how much we can charge just for a cash grab, because I think they could have done that in other ways a lot easier. I'll tell you one right now. Make a Blacker Lotus that taps for 4 mana, 0 casting cost artifact, sell it as a secret lair for $1,000 a card, right? That would definitely sell out.
Baby.
I'm just saying.
Obsidian
the
Lotus.
The sick as fuck Lotus, on Secret Lair, and triple lands that have all land types come into play untapped and have cycling for 0. They could do anything. People don't really get it. They could make those cards. There's not for all you people that would reserve list garbage talk. They can make cards way the fuck better than reserve list cards. Yep. They just don't, right? There's nothing that prevents them. There's nothing in their spirit of the reserve list. I hate hearing that shit. It's only like Ed, you said,
spirit of the reserve list is garbage.
It's the letter of the law.
Yep.
So that being said, they could definitely squeeze way more money out of us in a much smaller fashion if they wanted to. I really have a feeling that they reprinted this to some nostalgic effect, but then somebody says, wait a minute, if we release these at $25 a pack, the collector's edition and the international collector's edition community is just going to lose their shit. Those would tank to 0 and probably the World Series.
I disagree, because if you engineered it correctly, you can definitely make it so that would work. Why not have 24-pack booster boxes, right? But like the Power 9, the duels, the like real rares, make them, like numbered, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like 500 of each, but you have a lot of the rest of the set. You know what I mean?
Where do you cut that off? Where do you cut that off? Like which ones? Like is it a secondary market dollar amount? Because if they do that,
oh yeah, the whole thing is based off of secondary.
But they would have to acknowledge the secondary market at that point, and there's legal problems with them acknowledging the secondary market.
They wouldn't have to acknowledge the secondary market. They'd just be like, we chose these because they're iconic.
Okay, sure.
I have a completely different angle. Once if you want to finish your statement, Bob, I don't want.
No, I'm just saying, and so how would let's say that my supposition is correct? Just humor me. Then what price point and what way? I heard you say, okay, anything that's a really good card, essentially, serialize it was your solution. To an extent, I think that would be a really shitty experience. I would love to see them reprint the whole thing. But at what price point for this product that they did print, what price point could they release it at and not just submarine collector's edition?
$500, 24 packs.
With the same product that they printed?
I love the confidence he said that shit with, too. He was just like...
So go do the math on it. It doesn't add up. It would you'd come out to getting a collector's edition.
It depends on how you pepper in the Power 9 and the chase cards.
What I'm saying is what they printed now with the print run that they made. What price would they have to release that at? I'm not talking about making them more rare. I'm saying with the distribution that they're talking about. And they said they're going to be about as many as what's in beta. And for those of you that don't know, there's about 3,000 of each rare in beta.
So that means, like I've been saying since the beginning, it's going to be 100,000 boxes.
So here's my take. And here,
no, you're too high.
What is the percentage of people that actually have a full set or even any collector's cards? Let me ask you that question.
I got one. I got two.
Lots of them because they printed it in a full set.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is, what the percentage of Magic players? What is the percentage of Magic players that own a set or any of this product, of this
super
collector's
small.
edition? So why on earth would you ever hinder a product based on a small percentage of players? That's my take. My take is, why is this so high of a price when there's only a small percentage of people that get to celebrate 30th anniversary?
That's the same argument for demolishing the reserve list. The reserve list only benefits really a small handful of people.
Yeah, I don't like the reserve list either.
Oh, I agree.
I don't think that you should hinder a product based on a small subset of people. I just don't
absolutely.
I just don't think that's right. Reserve list, this with collector's edition, it should not be $1,000 strict solely. If it was $1,000 for 36 packs or 24 packs, I would feel better. Still wouldn't feel good, but I would feel better. Like, okay, that I would buy one if it was 24 or 36 packs. But 4? That's not even fun. You can't draft it. You can do nothing with it. You can just
play
stare
a
at
game
it
of
and go,
Steel.
it's gonna go up. We're gonna play the
No,
price.
you can
of
play a
Magic
game of Steel
Gathering,
with
it's
it.
gonna go up in price. Woo!
Yeah, you
You're
could.
gonna
You'd
get
be
60
getting
cards. You can build a deck.
You
It's just
can
not
draft
fun.
with it. You play Sarah Angel and all that.
I can
fun
proxy
stuff,
some
you know?
cards and put them in a pack and make my own experience for about $3. So like, I don't know.
At any rate, I mean, just
Hold
something
on a
to
second.
cogitate on, Ed. But nice 406. So, what a great segue. Oh, you beat me to it. I was gonna have a little more.
Sorry.
I already opened mine.
Yeah, so I'm not going to show the backside of this. So those of you trying to cheat the system, there it is, folks. Boom.
There you
Now
go.
we got the chat
Yeah, I
over
got
top
mine
of
as
it.
well.
Oh, that's sick.
Are you able to get rid of the chat box there?
I mean, I could.
Where's the message? Get it out of here.
I'm gonna have to go down to the mailbox and see if the mailman delivered something later than
That's what it looks like, folks. That's it. Vegas, VIP, Black Lotus. So we did, after all our bitching, we did get them. A little sketch that they sent it in the mail, though.
Yeah, right.
Like, what if it got lost? Then we get to Vegas and go, well,
no
I didn't get one.
signature as well. No signature. They just dropped it off.
Nothing. It was in my mailbox.
This is $700 for those of you that aren't aware. This right here is $700. You lose this, you're screwed.
So, like, okay.
Wildness.
You guys got that, right?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the freaking 30th? Are you gonna get that?
What?
30th what?
I mean, you spent $750
the
on
collector
this
edition.
Yeah.
Well, it's $750, but you also get a ton of physical product with it, a ton of experiences that, in my opinion, will probably never happen again in my life. I mean, it's
You're
such a
gonna get
rare
silly
thing.
rice ball secret lair.
It's also
Here's the thing, Ed.
it's my
I can
birthday.
always go back and
My
buy
third.
the 30th collector's edition, even if it's more expensive. I cannot go back to Matt's point and buy the experience of a VIP
That's true.
experience in Vegas 30th.
Yeah,
That's
we'll be able to draft Infinity with Mark Rosewater.
And there's also to be something said about the experience aspect of it.
Exactly.
If you've
Yeah,
ever
it's
gone
the
to
experience.
a really awesome concert, if you've seen, Billy Joel or, Madonna in concert, if you want to go see the Foo Fighters, you're
Or
paying
Rammstein.
$100 a ticket just to get in the gates, on top of having to go off and physically go there. If I want to go from where I am in Vermont down to Boston or New York City, I'm paying a couple $100 for hotel. Maybe I want to take a short flight or a fast trip. It's going to be expensive just for the excitement of it. But that's part of the travel, the love of it. You're getting more than just going down and playing cards and seeing some magic stuff going on. You're going to the strip. You're going to have a great time eating some good food, hanging out with friends. So I think you're getting a bit more than just that. And there's something to be said about that to me.
Hey, Ed, are you even there, Ed? Ed?
I'm here. I'm just like starting to do stuff around the house.
You want to know what the best answer is to why I'm willing to spend $750 without batting an eye on the
No,
VIP
I get it. Life experience, man. It matters so much more than cardboard. That silly little set, whatever. You can get it if you want or not, but life is life, bro.
Ed, I can't I can't go meet Dual Brain just for buying a 30th collector's edition, but I can when I get the VIP pass for Vegas.
Bob's got to be all flattering like that, bro.
I am, but ask Matt. That's me, bro. I'm a group hug person in real life. You know, I want everybody. I don't exclude anybody unless you're a dick. And then,
Yeah, I agree
I want
too. Like,
people
I
around
can't
me. I
wait
want
to
meet
chill.
people, see people. I want BBD to come back to my house again. I'd love for all of you to come to a BobCon. You know,
Sorry,
I like my
dog
peeps.
here.
So,
I'm letting the dog out, man. It's time for him to use the bathroom.
Who let the dog out?
Let the dog out.
No, I
Ash,
mean
come on.
that. I mean, hopefully, you know, that's something I want you guys to think about. Like, you know, how much would they have could they have charged with this without causing even bigger disturbances in the force? You know, like I think this is the least of the evils if they have to release the product. I say you either charge that much or don't release it.
You know what, guys? I'm
Like-
gonna go down to the mailbox and see if I missed my pass delivered.
So it sounds like a good time for Sleeve South Shred then. And while Ed's walking,
I think they pay homage to the first release and sell for $50 for the entire set. That's my final take.
woo, that's bold.
What's funny about that is that for just about that price, you could get almost all of the set in proxies for like $50.
Isn't it great?
You
You can
know,
probably foil them. You can probably have them all foiled too, and they won't Pringle.
So
Whoa!
here's what I want to do. I want to print enough cards. What is it, like 450 comes in 36 packs? I don't know. Somebody do the math. It's somewhere around there. Print those off in about the same distribution you would have in a normal draft box. Print them up as proxies, seal them up as packs, and draft with friends and draft beta. Just I don't know what it costs. Not much. Less than the normal draft box for sure. But since I am big and pretty on the screen, here we go. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off. Pat, you're going to have to be fast with those fingers, buddy. Giggity, that's what she said.
No, I
Here
am.
we go. Interesting sleeve, sell, and shred. Folks, if you're not familiar with this game, the way that it's played is just like marry, fuck, kill. Which of these cards do you want to sleeve up in your collection, keep it forever, sell off for money, or put in the shredder? Now, I know Matt's going to have
I know my answers.
well, then vote. Jump on the YouTubes, man. Pat's going to put up a poll.
Well, if
here.
I go on the YouTube, my you won't hear audio anymore from me, and I'll have to re-sign in. But
well,
I
how
know
about
my
we
answers.
wait till we get the results in, so we don't
Exactly. There you go. Let me know
So
when
here
it's
we
time
go.
for my answers.
Everybody, Pat's going to put one up for sleeve first. Which one are we keeping? Which one are we married to? Which one is in our collection forever?
So we've got our planetary,
Should've just put
fairy
swamp,
tale,
swamp, swamp.
and Japanese theme. So, oh, look at that. We've got some hot takes already. Seems as though things are going live and fire.
So the middle one, in case you guys aren't familiar with it, is the Seb McKinnon
Mhm.
there. And I love that card. I love them all, actually. That's
Yep.
why I intentionally chose these, like, to make it difficult for you fuckers. Let's go. Let's see. What do people think of the different types?
I like that. This means that we're getting rid of swamps forever by the end of this.
No more swamp. F black.
You want to know what's funny about your thing here? Switch over to my camera
That's
real
what she
quick.
said.
Oh, I think it's backwards though. My shirt says Swamp Daddy on it. Correct.
Let's go. We only got 10. We got 14 people watching.
I made this shirt. I custom made
got
this.
10 votes. Let's go. Let's get some in there. Let's see what you guys say. Which of these artworks do you like? Are you just hating Seb McKinnon for his stance on whatever? Was it not? I don't know. He went to like some racist rally or something, or
No.
I know. We'll talk about that in a minute, but you know, I just want to see what the opinions are out there. And I love all three of these, by the way, guys.
I didn't even know that swamp existed, to be honest.
Which one?
Just
The
putting
Seb
it
McKinnon?
The middle one, yeah, sure.
That's because it's in a secret layer only.
Yeah. You like that?
I have the
Nice.
playmat for that too.
All right, we got 12. That's good enough.
Yeah, I think the crowd has spoken, and it looks like Seb McKinnon's land is the winner. That's the one we are going home with, folks. And I'll say
Same for
right on,
me.
that's the one that I also chose. So now you can see my beautiful face. Between what's left here, which one do you want to see hit the shredder bin, and which one do you want to sell off for the money?
That's
That's gonna be a
obvious.
choice there. I don't know that it's obvious. Ooh, that's a tough one. You want to sell it because it's good monies.
Yeah, which one do you know still has value in it? Which one do you think is the primary target out of these two? Which one do you look to first? For the low price.
Which one's going to do better in the market? I'm just
now.
going to have to vote right meow. Let's go. Let's get them votes in, folks. Which one of these do you save from the shredder bin? Which one are you selling off?
I'll be honest, I already know my answer. Unfortunately, I can't vote, so you guys are gonna have to do that for me down in the voting section. Just
I think we have a landslide here, folks. Like, I don't even think we need to wait for more. I don't think it can be overcome at this point. And the winner is a little fight back with the 11th vote. Are we gonna? I don't even. We only got like a couple more people. I don't even know if we can end in a tie, which would be terrible. Anybody else want to vote? Oh, 12 votes. Oh, that solved it. That cured it right there. That was it.
Locked it in. We've got a 2-1 right here.
It is not a galaxy foil. I couldn't do that.
Out. Well,
so
Ed,
there we go.
Turned out the way you thought it would.
It did not.
I thought the Japanese one was going to win out of all of them. That's my favorite.
Wow. For me, these went in exactly the order that I thought they were gorgeous. I thought that Seb McKinnon land could have been just off of one of my favorite fantasy novels. That planetary one, well, that's a beautiful runners-up. But, boy, that Japanese art from Kamigawa, I just saw too many of. They seem to be too common, which is a big problem with Magic cards nowadays. The basic
I need to go out and buy some. I love them shits. Those things are great.
Well, it's not that they're not great, but full art lands are just
dime a dozen
nowadays. You know,
we had that. It's funny, on Thursday when I went to the game group, we had that exact same discussion, and Matt and I differ on opinions about this. I said that they need to stop putting full art lands in every single set. And Matt has a very different take.
Well, really,
I think because they're basic lands, because you need, depending on what deck you're playing, you need upwards of 30 of them. I think if they're too rare, then they become too expensive to actually like. They become those secret layers where you're paying $30 for 5 basic lands, and you have to buy 7 of them in order to put lands in your deck for your mono.
I'm going to argue with you there because the ones in a secret layer are ugly as shit.
It doesn't matter it doesn't matter if they're good. It matters that they exist for how expensive they are. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know, man. There's so many land boxes you could just pull out a handful of and play with at the LGS.
Yeah, but they're shitty
for
lands.
free. Now you're talking like a collector, my friend.
And Matt, did you want to go next for the Triple S, or should I step forward with this one?
Sure.
Hold on a second. I do have to make an acknowledgement and eat a little crow here right now. And if you could pull up Coach's last statement. Coach, you were correct. I was wrong. That's it. That's all you're getting out of me. He called it like months ago. He said these will go below 200. I don't think anybody would have seen the economy going this sideways for this long, but you're right. Right is right. Uh-oh.
So this week I went with a landfall theme.
Oh, this is easy for me. That's an
easy
vote.
And they're very equal on price. All the price is right around $11. So you just got to go with the one you love the most. Or hate the most.
Ooh, that's a great point. You know, sometimes it's not about which one you want. It's which one you don't want.
You know what's
that was
funny?
An easy one. This was a slam dunk. I'll be surprised if it's anything other.
I didn't even know Green Sleeves Morrow Sorcerer ever existed. My favorite card has always been Rampaging Baloth, and this card's just a better Rampaging Baloth.
Oh, it's great.
Don't even know when it was printed. All I did was I searched on Scryfall. I was like Landfall, sorted by price, and I was like, okay, I know that card. I know that card. What's this Greensleeves card? What a dumb name too, Greensleeves. Anyways, it's also a big ass. Is that a ferret?
Isn't that Dominaria?
Skunk?
I mean, it's super recent.
Is it new? It would make
so.
sense if it was new because of power creep and whatnot.
Yeah, it's Dominaria United Commander.
That makes sense. Oh, it's a badger.
It's a badger. Badger.
Yeah, I thought it was a
Are
skunk.
there any other badgers? Like, so you're creating something that doesn't have a real synergy unless you're playing, hey, from Kaldheim, what card, Matt? My favorite.
That green blue snake thing?
Oh,
I
we
fucking
talked
love
about it tonight,
You're one of my
Broseph.
favorite people. I love
All
your
right.
sense of humor.
Is there anybody that can guess my favorite card out of Kaldheim?
Yeah.
Wow, 'cause I mention it all the fucking time.
Yeah. I don't want to be the guy who just yells the right answer in math class.
Why not?
Mostly because I was better at science.
Whoa.
Great at math. Is this poll over yet? 42%. It looks like it almost is. I think
Not
we're
quite a
gonna have to
landslide.
give this one off to Omnath. It's such a close poll, though. This is probably one of the hardest decisions we've actually had to put forward to our guests here
Wow.
tonight.
I'm actually surprised it's not a wider gap.
So
Now-
Coma Cosmos Serpent isn't your favorite card from Kaldheim?
Hell no.
You know, funny enough though, Bob, your favorite card from Kaldheim actually helps out with Greensleeves because
yeah.
it makes all of the other creatures wizards as well.
Oh, Maskwood Nexus?
Maskwood Nexus is like how does Pat know this and you don't?
Because all you ever talk about is that fucking snake. You love that card.
No, shit. I hardly ever talk about. Hey, I don't even know if Pat's ever heard me talk about Coma. No,
All I ever hear
Maskwood
talk
Nexus
about.
by far. It pops up every time a goddamn new card comes out that has card type or creature types on it. Anything to do with creature types is like, oh, Maskwood Nexus would be great in that deck. Maskwood Nexus creates creatures, dude. What a baller card! Helps recover from board wipes and commander, dude. Whew. Play that with Risen Reef. Everything's an elemental. Dragons.
And it looks as though we've got our winner. It seems as though Omnath, a clear 41%. Very solid.
That's pretty tight, though.
Yeah, those are all pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
honestly,
not a
that
runaway.
was-
I thought it would be a runaway for sure with Omnath.
Yeah, I think that might have been 4 votes from the leader to the loser, all the way down at the end. So this was a pretty even spread. Good one, Matt. You're not making it easy for people. You could have chosen one of the other Omnaths, and it would have been even more difficult.
Oh, I went for all 3 Omnath.
It's back.
Yeah, the wife called.
3 Omnath?
So you missed out on the landfall sleeve cell shred
I
there.
could've.
Well, I
There's-
mean, get it
there's
on the
3
the
Omnath.
solid shred.
Omnath, or Omnath.
And
I
then
like
we go into
Bloodghast
the next one.
just because of old school nostalgia for me. Bloodghast.
Now, see, if you could have voted, you would have made it an even spread there.
Really?
Mhm.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the way I'm going.
Selling off. That one's easy for me. Oh, wait, hold on. Shit. Can I undo my vote? Hold on.
Nope.
Shit.
It's locked in, baby. You get
Lock
one vote. Do not miss your opportunity. Comes once.
I
in a
forgot that.
Yeah, once in a lifetime, man.
Now Green Sleeves is going to get nuked. Unless it wins. If it wins, then it's cool. Then we get rid of Bloodghast forever.
Oh, you don't like Bloodghast?
It's not that I don't like Bloodghast. It's that I like Green Sleeves better than Bloodghast. But I clicked Bloodghast not like an idiot.
Just to make it have a showing.
No, I clicked it because I was just like, I'd rather sell Bloodghast to keep Green Sleeves. And then I'm like, wait, the thing that gets sold is the thing that stays around, and the thing that doesn't is the thing that gets shredded.
Gone forever.
I have news. I have reached the point where I'm going to go film a Tipsy Stronghold inside after this.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I don't know how much long I got to get some food. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to hang around tonight, folks. But next week will be our last stream before Vegas. So Pat will be flying solo the Halloween weekend. Yeah, we're under 10 days here, guys. At least for us, me and Matt. I don't know. When are you leaving, Ed?
Thursday, I think.
Halloween?
Okay.
Is Halloween on a Monday?
No,
The Thursday. I'm back Tuesday.
I mean, today's basically over.
Sullivan Grundy.
We got
It's
10
only
more
8
days, and
p.m.
then we leave
There's still
that
4
middle
hours
of the night.
left.
Well, you guys got to understand. I really pushed the limits here. It is also the anniversary for me and my wife.
Tonight?
Wow.
No, on the Magic 30th.
Well, but you're bringing her with you, right?
Yeah, so like I got to spend a lot of time with her, like.
Oh, are you coming to Vegas?
Yeah,
yeah.
man, I'm definitely going to Vegas.
Nice.
He'll
But,
be in the
like,
hotel right
Good
next
to
to
meet
us.
you.
Yeah, I'm close by to you guys.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right,
but,
let's wrap this poll up. I think Green Please is the winner.
Yeah,
We are
it's
shredding
great.
Senior
I
Blood
was
Gas.
surprised. We had a lot of back and forth action, but it looks as though Blood Gas is the one that's getting destroyed.
Got him.
Wah, wah, wah.
Whoa, is Alfonso? You're saying you're going to Vegas, buddy?
Oh, Brody's going out Vegas, definitely.
See, I
Yeah.
thought that was him. The little icon looks just like Brody, but I've only talked with him once, and he shaved. I got along with
Yeah.
him well. Same thing here in the comment section. So big ups. Hey, we should talk sometime, buddy guy. Get you on.
We got a Vegas organization section in my Discord. If you guys join, you can. It's a spot where people can connect for Vegas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the onus is going to be on us as content creators to set up something, something extracurricular from the events going on organized by WotC.
I agree. We need to have at a restaurant. You know what I mean? For a couple of hours or something.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going early or are you going just on the day of?
Oh, I'm going early, man. I'm going that Thursday, I think, and I'm staying till the Tuesday after. Or I'm leaving the Tuesday after. So,
wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're
we'll be there
gonna be there
Wednesday.
Wednesday morning.
So, yeah,
Friday night.
we can get together and discuss plans too. That's what I'm saying. Definitely, if I know you're on the Discord, Bob. Check out the Vegas section and to discuss planning and shit. Kylan, he's new. You got Brody. You got actually Matt Caster's going down, and I plan on catching up
I
with
didn't think
him.
he was going to make it.
Oh, he said he was coming, man.
Nikachu's going to be there, but I think you can count him. I don't know. Maybe he'll show up, but I have a feeling that dude's going to be heads down playing. He's pretty serious Magic.
Yeah. I'm more about the socializing, man.
I've only
I'm
signed
gonna
up for 2 events, so.
Although,
and we have
guys, let me ask you this. Should I bring a stack of diesel cards for trading? I want to get some good shit. I mean, is there going to be good shit out there? I know even Daniel Chang has a private trading zone.
Just want to keep it in a fanny pack or something. You don't want that stuff to get lifted off you while you're out there in a big crowd, bunch of random people touching.
Oh no, that's going to be in my backpack, and my backpack flipped around to the front. You know what I mean?
Yeah, looking all.
I don't know if you want to have that sort of albatross around your neck, so to speak, when you're at an event like that. I think there's too much risk.
Well, okay, no. Okay, so you guys are interpreting it wrong. I'm not going to bring it to the event for trade, but
I'm talking
there's
about
going to be trading outside of there. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
No, I agree with you. What I'm saying is that bringing it there at all is somewhat risky.
Oh yes, you can get robbed at any minute.
Well, not only that, shit gets. I don't know. You say it's going to be in your backpack. I don't know if you've looked at the fees for airlines nowadays. Whew, the one we're on, Spirit and Frontier. Boy, they really
I know what I'm doing with all that, man. I just traveled to Spain, man. I got my shit on lock.
Well, at any rate, it's. I don't know. I'm not bringing anything of real value. I'm
so
debating on
you're
bringing a
saying
box of
from your perspective, it's not a trading opportunity.
Probably not.
For
That's
me,
fine.
no.
I
But
don't see why it
trade
wouldn't
money.
be.
I don't often trade. Like that's
Yeah, I
not.
don't really either.
So if I'm
Like, I
trading
buy and
something
hold.
or bringing stuff to like exchange and whatnot, just stick to the low end. Don't worry about no
I wouldn't bring
Arabian
multiple
Nights
thousands of
cards.
dollars. Yeah.
I would bring like your modern stuff that you have that you may have opened and don't want.
There you
Yeah.
go. That's
Anything
what
hot
I'll
and
be doing.
standard.
Yeah, that's what I'll be doing. I'll just bring the stuff that I could give a fuck about.
All your jeweled lotuses, probably get rid of those. I need to sell mine.
Maybe no
Dockside extortionist, jewel lotus, all those
Yeah,
like
dockside. I
high-end
need to
stuff.
sell my dockside.
no Diamond
elements.
Valleys, right?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm bringing expensive decks, which has me nervous. But I don't know if they'll accept proxies, even though they're going to be commander. So
Yeah, I've thought about bringing my proxies decks, but I'm gonna
Bob,
try to just make my
are-
deck real.
Are you gonna be wearing a fanny belt with your decks in them? A fanny pack?
I'm just wearing a
backpack,
a
baby.
backpack.
Remember, I'm getting the fancy schmancy backpack because I spent $750 fucking on a ticket.
Bob strapped up with like a bandolier looking like Chewbacca, full of.
Dude, that would be
But
sick.
there's
Now
all
I want to
decks.
do that. That would be
Just
so
like,
cool.
I'm going reanimator.
There's my security right there. If you've ever met Matt in person, that's a intimidating individual. Like a big bearded dude, and he's big. You'll see that when you get
Nice.
6'5" and
He's-
about 310.
He's kind of a gentle giant, but looking at him, like I'm probably more likely to throw down.
Did
a
you
punch
say
in the nutsack.
6'5", bro?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's big.
But this way,
That's what
when I was
said.
in high school, I kept
Like-
getting asked from the guy across the street who was like the head coach of the football team, and he's like, "You sure you don't want to play football?" And I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." Are you sure? I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just don't. It's fine."
That's a
So
big
I'm
boy,
I'm
man.
bringing the heat with me, but in all likelihood,
You're
I'm
bringing
probably
the
the one more
bodyguard
likely to
straight
like
up.
explode off and punch you in the throat or the nutsack, than he is. Because I'll reach down there low. I'm not really tall, so.
Bob's gonna pull the Johnny Cage.
Oh yeah. I mean, when you don't got the physical gifts like Matt, you got to get dirty. And Pat's another big guy too. I mean,
Yeah, I'm like 6'1", 300. Yeah,
No
Cool.
doubt, man.
I'm bringing the small heat. So
Yeah, 6 foot. Walking around Japan as a 6 foot dude has been crazy my entire life. But things have
Yeah.
changed, man.
oh, I bet. Yeah,
dude,
It used to be
5'9"
weird.
walking around Japan was crazy. I'm like, oh, this is what it feels like to be tall.
Yeah, dude.
I'm
You
not even shitting.
understand?
I walked out on Gate 2 Street. I could see over every motherfucker.
That's what I was about to say. In like Tokyo, with like thousands of people on the street, you can see everything because nobody's blocking you.
Even the street signs are like lower. Everything's like market land. Everything's smaller and
dude,
lower.
Do you understand what it's
I
like?
duck going into doorways, and I'm like, I'm 5'9". Why am I ducking?
Okay,
Cracked my head so many times.
Me and my wife, Vietnamese, went to Vietnam, right? Travel for a couple of weeks and all
Uh-huh.
that. Bro, anything you see, any travel video, those tiny little stools, they're small. for
Yup.
kids. Oh, it's the funniest shit in the world. I have a couple of pictures of me sitting down where my hips are lower than my knees, just sitting in the chair. And it's like, I took one picture. I was at my wife's house, and my knees were higher than the table we were eating off of.
Try fitting into like a bus from Tokyo
Oh.
to Osaka for 8 hours. Like, yeah, that was rough, man. That was very painful at 6 foot.
I bet.
So I think I have a great idea for a non-Magic event for those who want to that are going to Vegas. It's actually at the hotel Ed is staying at. I don't know if you looked at all the stuff. I showed Matt the other day, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm fucking down. That looks awesome." You know what I'm talking about, Matt?
There's a gangbang going on, right?
Cosmos,
Right. By the
Cosmos
pool
and Sea
side.
Serpent, right?
No, it's the
am
mini golf.
okay
It's
with
like a dark.
that's-
It's a blackout mini golf kind of thing with black lights and
Yes.
funky paint over at Bally's, dude.
Cookie stuff.
We'll have like a 20 creator mini golf session where we film all the madness.
Fuck
I'll
yeah.
stop
Get a
I'll
little
stop
flash
everybody.
before
in
going
here.
in.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm down.
A little
I'm down.
drinking, eat a few gummies. We go in there.
Yeah.
Bob, you don't want to freaking threaten me with a good time, man.
Dude, I'm down. And does that sound like a good time to the audience for those that can make their way out? You guys down for some fucked up mini golf in Vegas?
Those
I think we need to record
videos.
the shit out of that too. So
I am
need
going to
plug
record
yourself.
so much of that from my.
You need to get like a body cam thing going on.
No. I have something even better that I got to set up.
You got a GoPro?
I have Ray-Ban glasses with the freaking cameras built in and all this shit, bro. So it's like your perspective. It's gonna be sick, man.
Anyways, I think that should be a thing, and we just have to pick a date and time. So, we need to get your Discord and like everybody throw their times. We're probably gonna miss some people. Sorry, because there's gonna be people that have events scheduled. That's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
But
anybody here, keep it in mind. Get on the Discord and keep an eye out for this. We're gonna set it up.
Yeah, sounds good. Ed, I'll touch base with you outside of this. I'll just text you some shit and
no doubt, man. You know me, man. I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing, so you have to send me that information.
We're all just assholes with cameras. There's no pro sauce going on here. But
trying to figure shit out, flying by the seat of our pants.
2,500 fucking subs, dude. That's right around the corner for you.
Yeah, man. Big ups, Ed.
I think I just hit 2,100 tonight, man.
Nice.
Crazy, man. Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to keep growing like you've been growing.
Yeah, man. These live streaming a lot has been really helping, man. Like doing this freaking... I don't know what's wrong with us where we didn't do subscribers only comments since a million years ago because A, it cuts back on the spam sex bots, and B, like if you're going to interact, man, what's the big deal subscribing at the same time? You know what I mean? Like, come on. So like, yeah, I think it was a great move. I did that on my channel a week and a half ago, and I should have been doing that for 8 months.
And it's free. You just got to click the button.
That's what I'm saying. It was so stupid to not click that. I felt like, I'm excluding people, but then I'm like, and they can't even hit the subscribe button. That's ridiculous, Like you gotta one hand washes the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they're getting free content. It's coming out. You're making stuff daily. I don't know if I've had a day that goes by where I don't get a notification about your stuff coming out
every day.
You're not bloviating. You're not talking a bunch of bullshit for no reason, trying to get 30, 40, 50-minute videos. Hey, I got 6 minutes to talk about stuff that I care about. I like that.
Yeah, man. I like that shorter, you get a lot of information in a little bit of time.
So I'm going to take this opportunity for all of us here. So if you haven't subscribed and you're here on the channel, what the hell are you doing? Subscribe. It doesn't cost
Indeed.
you nothing.
I just clicked that like up button, the thumbs up. I just clicked that. You could like the video or thumbs down if you hate it.
If you haven't subscribed to Dual Brain, go over there. Like there's going to be
people
watching video go over there and subscribe. I mean, if you like Ed here in the channel, you're going to like him on his channel even more. And please give us a shot. I mean, Matt does the vast majority of the videos on our channel. Please go over and give a look and like and subscribe on the MTGGaming Bob channel to keep us in there. It helps me be free to come out and run my fucking mouth on everybody else's channel. So otherwise I'm gonna have to start making more videos, and then I'll have to do less of this. So please,
Bob,
go over there,
man, if you make some of your ranting video, if you make your rants into a video, you would catch so many viewers and subscribers.
Oh, Nikachu said the same thing. It's just that Matt and I made an agreement when we first started this, a couple years ago, that it's going to be fun and it can't feel like work. It was getting too much for me. Like, I get it. I know why BBD's taking a knee. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. But see, the thing is, my channel, I accepted it as work since the beginning. I'm like, I'm going into this with my head down, and I'm going to freaking put my nose to the grindstone and do it every day, because that's what it takes to make this eventually into a career. You know what I mean?
I feel you. And this is just for fun for me, and pretty much for Matt as well. We both have careers that we like, and we don't want to make this a career.
I agree, but Me at this time in my life, I'm in between two things. It could go one way or another with my regular job. It can go one way or another with this channel. You know what I mean? But I'd like to go full bore towards both and commit. You know what I mean? And see what happens.
And you have my respect and support for sure. But
Yeah, man.
we're just going to do our thing. You know, people either like us or they don't. And if they don't, hey, you're
Shit,
allowed.
man. I like you guys.
I'm gonna
Look,
be-
I'd love to live stream every day. I just can't, you know. It's not that like it doesn't make fiscal sense for me right now. You know what I mean? Maybe one day it will when I have a bigger audience. But like, if I was doing it full time, I would totally live stream every day, videos every day, more stuff. You know what I mean? Like it would get like I would put the time and effort into it. But like, you got to get there first.
Yeah,
I
I'm fine with where we
decided to somewhat soft commit to a video every Monday, Friday, and a short every Wednesday. I'm gonna see if I can keep up with that because I know that YouTube likes consistency. I know that when I was releasing more videos a week, that our channel was growing a lot, and then I see that like the moment I stop releasing videos, the channel just fucking dies. And
The algorithm is a harsh mistress.
Yeah, I'm the type of person that is driven by. I'm driven by numbers, really, but I'm also driven by interactivity. So the more people that I have interact with me, the better that I have fuel for. So I figure maybe if I put in the beginning a little bit of effort, then it'll become easier as I get more ingrained with everything.
And I'm just kind of like a leaf floating along on the breeze.
With the sleeve cell shred, why we have the poll stuff, you know, going along, so that people are able to, you know, interact. You know, the consumers, as it were, are able to, you know, join us instead of just being live here as a conversation between these wonderful fellas joining me. We also get the, you know, wonderful folks down in the comment section as well. So, you know,
Honestly, that's what I'm here for. No shit. I'm here to blab at you guys. I would love for it to be far more interactive, for you guys to be able to talk with us and chat, though it would be, you know, like voice, but it would be kind of chaotic. I would like to try to get you guys like on voice on like some different weeks. Certainly not on weeks where we have guests like Ed. You know, it's just too much. But have you guys get in and have a real interactive conversation. I'll be your Humpty Bumpty. I'll talk to you. But speaking of which, you said sleeve cell shred, and we kind of fell off on one of us, Pat. What you got, bro?
Don't blame me for fucking up my show. Wait. Okay, whatever. So, on that note, I've got 3 cards for you. Doesn't include my face. It includes his, hers, and hers as well. Oh, that should be a little bit bigger. Well, that's what they've said before. That's what you're getting. So, for tonight, I have brought forth 3 elf lords. So all of these are choices. You commonly see these as leader of your elf tribal deck. We've got Edric, we've got Marwyn, and Lathril. All of them have commas. All of them are up for your vote tonight. So let us know down in the comment section now, which one are you sleeving up to keep as your commander?
And there's also been a couple. There's been a couple
all-
requests for Discord links for the one you've been
I think
talking
that's for
about,
Ed's
Ed.
Discord link.
Oh, I can't really respond to that right now because of I'd have to sign out of here.
I mean, I don't think I can send a link on your behalf. Like I can get there and I can post in YouTube, but I don't.
You know the invite link?
No, can you send me an invite link in Discord?
Okay, so I'll have to sign out of here for a second, send you that link, and then sign back in.
Okay,
just send it to me personally, and I'll link it.
Just tell me which.
So complicated.
You gotta keep it complicated. Dude, speaking of music, if you all have not gone out and I watched a video that blew my mind the other day. It was about AI generated heavy metal.
Oh, interesting.
You guys can still hear me, right? By the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh wow! So it worked. I sent it into the comments in our chat, so you could post it up.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, in StreamYard.
Yeah.
Yeah. But freaking yo, that album, Gotta Keep 'Em Separated, Offspring, talk about one of the greatest albums of all time. Like every song on that was so sick. I loved it.
Yeah,
Dude,
solid
that's a
album.
pretty blurry time in my life. I was really fucking drunk back in those days. I'm not even shit.
Yeah.
That was military, bro. Like,
I was
whoa.
in high school,
I
so
was in high school, so I just started drinking.
For those of you that don't
That
know
was
the
my
military
late
experience,
grade school into early high school years, so it was awesome times.
for those of you that don't know the military experience, like I spent 10 years in there, and I'm just going to share this with you. No matter what service I was with, everything, and I mean everything, involves drinking.
or drugs.
Like that was 10 years of an alcoholic fucking haze. And I thought I was
Bob,
a drinker before going into it. I was like, oh, shit.
weren't you stationed in Japan too?
Oh, dude, and Japanese people, Ed, you
They-
should know this.
Oh,
Those
dude.
little fuckers
Yeah.
can put away
Biggest
some alcohol.
alcoholics that
Yeah.
I've
Oh my
ever seen in
God.
my life.
So
Like
from what I understand,
every morning, every morning, every train station is littered with sleeping, and like there's piles of puke everywhere. Sleeping alcoholics, piles of puke everywhere. It's crazy. Like you
Dude.
don't understand.
You're like, how does have you ever sat down and like watched them drink?
Oh
It's
yes.
like all fucking, and they're not little beers. Like when you go to a Japanese izakaya, they're like giant fucking beers.
Oh,
And
they're
like
mugs.
one
They're
after another
huge
after another.
mugs. They're like pints. And like, dude, when I was younger, I was a heavy drinker. Like when I was in my early 20s, and I kept up. But like, man, I had other people with me who blacked out and shit. You know, like, god
Dude.
damn, that shit is crazy.
And it's like they have celebrations. If you stay there for any period of time, they celebrate every. And by the way, celebrate just means lots of drinking in Japanese.
Oh yes,
That's how that word translates. But it's like, oh, the wind changed direction. It's a Thursday. It's like it's fucking time. The light came on. Okay, time to celebrate. Fucking fireworks, alcohol, fucking banners and shit. It's like
I
whoa,
went out to
what hell is this?
Yakiniku with a family friend, and like this dude. Magician, like we're sitting at those low tables and like doing the traditional style sitting, right? He pulled out this bottle of freaking sochu from I don't even know where, but it was like 3 liters. It was ridiculous, man. It was like, yeah, but they like that with water there. Yeah.
They also drink what's called aomori, which is like a rice whiskey kind of.
Mm-hmm. And
not clear liquor, but Jesus.
I really love the chew highs that they do. Oh my god, that is
speaking of
drugs.
drinking, though, Ed, I've got to say, I think some of the people down there in the section voting here tonight might have had a little bit too much, because it looks like Marwin is losing on this one. Edric, our clear winner for tonight. Now, I've got to give it up. My boy, the Spy Master of Tress. He's an incredible card. I've actually got a proxy deck centered around him, so good choices.
Whoa, wait, who won this? How the fuck is
Edric.
Lathril not winning? Come on, folks. You have not played a Lathril deck then.
Well, see, the problem is he put Lathril, and Lathrel's not a real card. So I think that's the reason why.
I don't know, because between these 3, and I'm even a Simic player, but Lathril is brutal if you play against her.
Such a good card, though. That's what's crazy about it.
Wow. Edric,
I voted for Lathril.
I would definitely be playing Lathril, no doubt.
I also like Golgari.
Yeah,
Well, it puts definitely
good.
I don't know. It puts board wipes rather than just Cyclonic Rift in your elf deck. But board wipes don't play well with elves, so I get it.
When we were out on the island, thank you again to Big Box Dave and all the wonderful fellas from MTG Attitude for inviting us both out. And Pause was premiering one of his new builds, a Lathril Blade of the Elves deck. And boy, oh boy, it did some great work. But I also got to show him my Edric deck. Using the power of a Mystic Reflection, which Bob showed off earlier, I wiped the board with him like a Wrath of God.
With who?
I don't know.
All right.
I lost. Pat. I don't don't know what
He
happened to
wrapped
Pat.
the
We
board.
lost our host, folks.
He left the
Uh-oh.
board or something. He's here.
Sound the alarms. So I have an image for you when he does come back, though.
Is he not back?
What you
Are
talking
you
about?
there? Oh,
was never
you
left.
weren't responding. We're like, Pat?
Who's getting sold? Marwin can fuck off.
But
So did you all answer correctly? Are you guys selling at least Lathril? No,
Nope,
you're
I
fucking
clicked-
shredding
I-
Lathril. What is wrong with you people?
I don't think people understand it. So it's fine.
This is fucking
I-
rigged.
I
You
even
guys have
keep
not
fucking it
played
up.
with Lathril.
fucking rigged.
What
I
the
love
hell?
it.
It's because people want to sell the card and they want to keep Lathril, but they don't understand that Lathril's gone now forever.
Like shredded forever. It's like you guys need to play some more Commander. Holy shit.
Maybe they don't like playing against Lathril. Maybe that's the reason why.
Ed, laugh a little more, buddy. Come on.
You can't.
I'm cracking up at this freaking diatribe here.
Have you even played Commander? No, Lathril's fucking great. Like, if anything,
Maybe that's the reason why they don't want it. You
yeah,
know what I'm
right.
saying?
They hate it, huh? They're like, fuck Lathril.
Exactly. They
That
just
shit kicked my ass.
Yeah, they're like, fuck that. Get this shit out of
That's
here.
even the deck that Cothern played, right? Well, if you want Marwin to go, Marwin, it's not like you're keeping one of these two. One of these is hitting the shredder bin, one of you're selling, and you're saying you want to sell Marwin?
Yep.
F that.
Get it out of here.
That one hits the shredder, in my opinion.
It
But
looks like
the public has
votes are in.
spoken. I
We've
can't.
got most people polling already.
I think the
Marwin's
people are.
gotta go. That thing's the
messing
trash
it up.
card. They're saying.
I think they mean to
people
keep
have spoken,
Lathril,
though.
but either that or they don't want to play against it no more.
I mean, they voted, but they're wrong, so it's okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
So I
Anyway.
do have an interesting image. We were talking about Japanese people, right? And Ed, I wanted to kind of express because you were up in mainland and I was down in Okinawa, and just to express the Japanese mentality about things. Pat, I have shared a picture of Japanese version tug of war on Okinawa, and let me tell you, that entire crowd is piss drunk by 9 a.m. and the crowd is even bigger than that. That's just a tiny little bit. That must be early because later on in the day, you would not see any of the blacktop there. And there's going to be thousands of drunk ass people. Let me see if I can't find a little closer sort of view on what it actually looks like when you're there. Cause there's like a bunch of little ropes that come off of it and everybody kind of like grabs one. And it's like this massive tug of war. So yes, that is one giant rope that they weave every year. And you have one side versus the other tugging. You don't even know what for. You don't really care. They're shouting some shit in Japanese, and everybody is drunk AF on this thing.
There's
There's
so
like
many
little people.
drunken festivals.
But I mean, look, what kind of mind creates a tug
An
of war
awesome
rope that
mind.
big? You know, on a
An
tiny little
awesome
island with
mind.
tiny little people, this massive, unreal. If you ever get to go there, it is an unreal event to see this. So, and everybody's so drunk. There are beer vendors. You can attest to this, Ed. There's like beer vending machines everywhere. They have vending
Beer
machines
and sake and cigarette machines on the street.
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like there's
It's
no place
ridiculous.
to go.
I loved about being overseas. In a lot of Asian countries, cigarettes and beer are just fucking everywhere. When I was traveling in Southeast Asia, I actually spent a morning in a guy's like anteroom just chilling with him because he sold beer and cigarettes. So for breakfast, we just sat down and had like Budweisers and Camels.
So I want to give a little
Breakfast of
peek behind,
champions.
a little peek behind the curtain. So understand a 30-year younger gaming Bob on this island with all these crazy people, and Magic the Gathering comes out. Because that's where I was when I started Magic the Gathering in 1994, was on Okinawa, in this environment, in a drunken haze. I've recanted the story recounted the story a few times about me walking around in the dorm drunk and some dudes were shouting in a room. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And they're playing Magic on the floor. And I'm like, what's that? And it was just crazy. So, I'm blessed. The problem with it was like being on a small little remote island like that. If you guys thought you had problems getting product here in the U.S. back in the early 90s, dude, for fucking real? There was no
I can't
online.
even imagine.
Dude, I got to buy one Legends pack. One. That was it. It was my very first pack I ever opened was a Legends pack.
Hey man, at least you
$10.
got to open one. I'm
I
surprised.
got one. It was gone. And it never came back. I didn't get to see any beta packs. I didn't get to see any alpha packs. As a matter of fact, it's funny. There's a lot of Chronicles packs and a lot of fucking not very many revised, but a lot of 4th edition. A lot of
Same here, man. A lot of
Fallen
4th,
Empire.
a lot of freaking Chronicles. We had some revised and the dark.
Dark. There was some dark packs there, but it wasn't back in the day. People didn't like dark. It was not.
No. It was creepy. What is that?
Well, it's just the cards were not
Amnesia.
synergistic.
Yeah, that's true.
Dark came out right on the heels of Legends, right? And before that you had Antiquities, and then you had the beta sets before that, and Unlimited and Revised. So those were all much stronger sets. So when the Dark came out, people were like, "What the fuck is this?" And then you made Chronicles, and they're like, "This is just a shittier version of the Dark."
Yeah, people were very, very unhappy.
The dark was shitty.
Yeah,
And even 4th edition, people were like, "Wow, this is a shitty version of Revised."
People hated 4th edition when it came out.
Yeah, they make
white
it
border
seem
version with no dual lands.
a lot of people were like, they make it seem like Chronicles was the biggest issue.
Yeah.
Those Elder Dragons suck, but people were pissed about 4th.
Oh fuck yeah! People hated 4th, dude. Like it was like, oh my god, I got ripped off. This is terrible. What is this?
No dual lands,
white
no
border
demonic
garbage.
tutor. What the fuck are you
No
talking
Wheel of
about?
Fortune.
Yeah, stupid.
It was awful. People hated 4th more than Chronicles. Because people put Chronicles honestly in the same category. Honestly, people didn't even really understand it. But from our play people, they saw Chronicles and the Dark like in the same category. They were both shit. Nobody wanted either one. It's like,
no,
those are available.
Yeah, they
People
did
look
see
at
it
the
like
North
that.
and they're
That's
like,
true.
"Oh, I'm
That's
disappointed."
true. The Dark was
Hey.
seen as shit until Fallen Empires came out. But the thing is, what was annoying was that it was like, for a time, there was only Chronicles and only 4th, and then Ice Age, and it was like,
Not where I was.
you understand, Ice Age wasn't that great either after it came out. It was like, oh, deflection,
but I'll say
Justice
this.
Mask, but everything
I'll say
else,
this.
but that's it.
There was a lot of hype around Ice Age, and people liked it. And I remember it was a lot more exciting than any of the other.
Exciting, but when people got into it later on, they realized that it didn't carry the price or the value or anything, and then the only thing you can buy compared to Revive, you know what I mean? Like,
well, here's the thing that I remember about Ice Age over the others is that the complaint, in all honesty, because Hecatomb was a huge card back then.
Yep.
It was too big of a set, is what people were bitching about. They're like, oh, too many fucking cards, right? See, you had to buy like cases of it to like complete your set, and it just people didn't crack back then.
And see that's a whole nother thing. Cases to complete your set because people were completing sets. That's different from nowadays.
But you know what I'm saying? Like back then, if you played back in the early 90s, yeah, Jester's Cap was huge, and I remember chasing the shit out of that. But back in the early 90s, people didn't crack packs like they do now. You didn't just crack them wantonly. You bought a few packs here and there because that's what you could afford. I don't even remember somebody buying.
It was
a box.
precious to me when I could open up a pack, man. It was like you're talking little kids' allowance and stuff.
In the military, you don't get much more than kids' allowances, at least not back then. So it's like, plus I had I was divorced with a child support. It was like, fuck.
We were all on little kid allowances.
At least no booze.
I think I was a little kid for the times you're talking about.
And this is why, to that point, Matt, and I really love that you said that. I honestly think they need to reprint the older sets in a form that you can draft them. I think that I don't care if you put like the ugly
$1,000 every 4 packs.
I know you hate the backs of the cards, Ed. I don't care. Put fucking, some sort of, floral paisley pattern on the back of it and pink borders. I don't care.
Just make it look good is all, man. Classic, like the old border. Just
good. That's all. The new back is garbage.
What I'm saying though is they should print them in a way that doesn't hurt the market. That new art, but they get the ability to draft these old sets. Use some of their slush art, make it fan art. Who the fuck cares? Make it so people can. All right, Savannah, thanks for popping in, dude. Always love having you here. But make it so that people have the ability to open some of that old shit, play Magic the old way.
I was 7 years old when Ice Age came out.
There you go. So you didn't get to open it. You didn't get to experience any of that shit.
Yeah.
And it's. I think that people should be able to do the retro gaming for MTG. Make it a thing somehow. Like somebody smarter than me, come up with a way to make that happen. I'm going to be interviewed. Hopefully, I got a special notice. Matt and I both did. Do you want me to pop that up in chat if I can, Pat?
Yeah.
Did I share that?
Share
I think
what?
I shared. Does anybody have the image that we can just share from our chat? So I'll just explain it to you in chat, and then somebody else can hunt that image down. I think I shared it with both Pat and Matt. Got an email last week about WotC wanting to interview me because I'm going to Magic 30, and I expressed interest in helping make Magic a better game, that they want to take 90 minutes of my time in Las Vegas to sort of give them a piece of my mind to discuss and interview about the direction of Magic. So,
oh my God, that's awesome, man.
I'm going to fucking bring it up. I'm going to find it. Sorry. I'm old man, get off my lawn. I get it. I'm going to try to find it.
Was this because you wrote a letter to them?
No,
No, I got it too. I think it's because we bought the expensive pack, to be quite honest.
possibly.
Because what? I'm
No.
sorry, you faded
We
out.
bought the expensive pack, the
Oh.
VIP pack. That's my guess. I don't actually know, but I got it as well. So we both.
So
got
here,
it.
I'll share this shit, and please don't take advantage of this, folks. I'm just trying to share some information with you. Let me just share this if I can.
Brody, you've got to be responsive. You seem like such a wonderful guy to talk to. They want to be part of that as well. So, got to jump on that.
So here we go.
Oh, I don't know. I filled out mine.
Yeah, I filled mine out too. I have not gotten a call back from them yet.
Let's go full
And yeah, they're going to bribe me for $100, but that's not the reason that I'm doing it. So I got this email. I have taken the survey. Oh wow, you guys can see my email address too. Oh well. But they went 90 minutes of my time, and there's a long survey, and it talks about my Magic history, blah 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 blah. And they're going to get in touch with me to take 90 minutes of my time to tell them what I think about Magic and helping them make it a better game. Is essentially where this is going. So,
Well, I hope
you
you really give it to him, Bob.
Well, I mean, I'll give it to him both good and bad.
Yeah,
me.
I got you. I hope you give him an honest, godforsaken truth about freaking quality and shit too.
Oh, I'll be honest with you. The
my
number
biggest
one
thing.
complaint's not even going to be quality. It's going to be slow the fuck down.
And collector's edition boxes,
I'm going to try to get into chase. I'm going to try to talk about they need chase in the game.
Oh,
That's
thank
clearly what
God!
they're doing.
Please,
But
do.
honestly, if I could pick one thing, it would be develop a PvE format, a formal PvE format.
I
think
agree with that too.
And
That's going to be my number
one of
one. Number
those-
two will be slow down. Number three, get rid of the Pringles. That causes way too much bullshit in the public audience. It's not even charging $1,000 for 4 fucking packs. That's so far off my list, I don't care.
And Bob, I've actually
Yo.
got a really good point for you as well. When you bring that up, when you talk about Wizards making a player versus, boss, if they make it, they gain control of it. They didn't make
Print
Commander.
specific
That's
products
why they
for
don't
it.
have control of it. If
Print
they're the ones
specific
that
products
made the
for it.
format.
Print products that fit into the mechanics that, like, you roll a 7 and you get a boss pack, right? That's like some loot pack that they get that is best suited for the boss commander format. Anyways, you guys know me. Here's the thing. I'm not a corporate fucking sellout. People called me a fucking shill. I'm like, would any of you? And we're here.
No, that's just ridiculous.
Do you think that I'm a shill for Watsy?
Yeah, you're a freaking shill, bro.
If anything, it's make playing
Well, then
cards
I mean, if you're serious, because there was a
money.
serious complaint by another YouTube
bro,
content creator.
you speak your mind. Get out of here. Come on.
Like, it's a YouTube content creator bigger than us that fucking called me a shill for Watsy in a public format, and I'm like,
that's silly.
what? Clearly, you have no fucking idea who I am. So
Is it because you said you loved the collector's edition?
I didn't even say I loved it. I was just arguing that his points were invalid. Like that's not correct.
There you go. When you try and use logic to foil someone's argument on the internet, everyone's losing, Bob.
Well, like especially when he was talking, like he wasn't looking like I think the fucking camel that broke, or the straw that broke the camel's back, was he was talking about and only snipped a 1-day snippet of the announcement of the collector's edition made Hasbro stock drop. That decision alone made Hasbro stock drop. And I'm like, okay, you're showing 1 day. And then I brought up a 30-day chart for him, and I'm like, looks pretty consistent for the drops over the month for every single day. So cherry picking 1 day is not going to prove your point, and it would never hold up in a court of law. Talking about suing Watsy, I'm like, get fucked, dude.
Yeah.
And he's like, you Watsy, she'll go ahead and ruin the game. I'm like, what? So first of all, having a different opinion.
Very funny because anybody who actually spends time looking at investments cannot look at a 1-day trade. You have to look at your 3-month, 5 months. You look at your year, your 5-year. That's the stuff that's impactful. Look at what Hasbro did before and after the pandemic. Those are the numbers you want to look at. Look at the releases in a 60, 90, a 3, 5 months, 6 months. Go for a year after a release that you think was a tumultuous time for their company. It's the same thing you want to do if there's a callback for Chrysler. You got to do this for anything you're investing into. So being so granular, it's a huge waste of your time and especially of your money.
Well, and being even more critical of that kind of logic and fear mongering, which is exactly what that is, you have to look at the market conditions. And like this, a real adult that knows what these stock tickers actually mean would not throw something, and I hate to say it, in a public format where people are listening to you and you're a public content creator. I think you bear some responsibility to try to be as accurate as possible. And if you're just pulling shit out of your ass and you're not really understanding what you're doing and you're just inflamed emotionally, don't do that. There's a lot of people, I hate to say it, maybe not the people in this chat, maybe there are some. Think for yourselves. Ed and I have had this conversation where, Ed, I'm about to pull your pants down, where somebody said, I base all my financial transactions off of your advice on Magic. Like, that's fucking terrible. You're a moron.
I was like, you really shouldn't be doing that.
Like, sorry, but that's fucking terrible. You know, take what we give as advice and then, lend it some credence and then go do your goddamn homework. Even Matt and Pat and Ed, we talk. It's just advice. It's just my opinion. And I hope that they all go out and go, nah, Bob, you're a fucking ninny-headed fucking bubble mugging.
This was probably a year and a half ago when Bob and I first started talking, was because we were both quite familiar with Moxman. Through DJ. Thank you again to DJ Longhair. Big ups. Go like and subscribe his videos. He's putting out shit all the time. And Moxman is a huge proponent of some older cards. Now, Bob and I were both kind of up on the newer stuff. And some of the back and forth we had was just very different than what Moxman was toting about. And it's one of those things where you've got to have your own opinion with whether other people like it or not. I'm creating my shit, so kick those.
Ed and I all the time like have a differing opinion from some other really popular content creators out there. Matt and I differ just between Matt and I, which I encourage having intelligent discourse.
Yeah.
Now, just saying you're ugly, I don't know how that helps. Like,
I base all of my
financial. Gonna do bad because you're stupid. Like, okay.
I base all my financial decisions on Reddit. Yeah, I just use Reddit to control what I do with my money and whatnot.
Timeless Lotus is a good example, and other cards. I've seen a lot of people when Rudy had talked about that he thought Jeweled Lotus was going to end up being a $20 card.
I argued.
He got pretty fucked on that. and other content creators, Moxman thought Imperial Seal was going to be hundreds of dollars. He was quite wrong about that as well. And
Timeless
I'm
Lotus
going
is
to
good.
go ahead and say some cards are going to be worth more or less, and that's why they're opinions.
I guess I'll pile on, and Moxman always promotes these lower end reserve list cards, and I'm like, these are penny stocks. They will get to hit the hardest in any recession, and look what's happening now.
Well,
But
and that was,
I mean,
that was one of the
I-
things when I originally started watching his videos is I took part in that Soldevi buyout. I wanted to see what a couple of people on the internet with a few $100s could do to the market. Whether or not I thought the card was worthwhile or should ever be over $20 is something separate than the fun of fucking around with the secondary market. I wanted to see what that impact would be with my wallet, and it was fun to do so. So,
But
thank you.
I get that, Pat. But you know, if you thought about it, or maybe had more experience in the buyout market, you may have targeted something like I don't know, maybe Mind Over Matter or Recurring Nightmare instead, and it would have had a greater effect, and it would have made for more impactful videos.
more or less. But here's the thing: like, I'm not here to just like jump on other people. Moxman, along with Rudy, along with the numbskull that called me a shill, along with many of the other content creators, just because they might be off on a certain point, listen to what they have to say. Most often, and Moxman has a lot of great advice.
Bob,
he's been at this game for a long time.
100%. These guys are net gains for the community in a huge way. And
100%.
without them, our
100%.
community would be in a worse place. So, you know, no matter how much we disagree, it's not like we don't support these guys and we don't think that they're great people and they're doing good things.
There are some people that are asshats, and Pat has his own hate, and I'm not going to say it here live, but you
It's
know,
Mike.
there are
We're
some.
talking about Mike.
You're
a prick.
So Pat has a hate affair with him, and I'll be quite frank. You know, I don't personally care for the guy on a personal basis, but he makes, you have to admit, makes excellent videos. Is a big figure in the community. And if you're not familiar with Mike out there, we're talking about Perp. We're talking about the Magic Historian. His live streams, he can get very personally attacking. He personally attacked me when I just asked, hey, I'm a new content creator. Do you have any advice you'd like to give me? And he just really dressed me down for no apparent reason. And I'm like, okay, well, that was a douche fuck move.
Yep, same to me.
Monkey. Like, go ahead and beg for your pennies here. I don't fucking care. Is he doing better than me? Sure, but I'd hate to trade life with him. I'm doing really well personally in life, and I feel sad for him. But he makes excellent videos, and his history geographic is amazing.
Yep.
So he has good things to contribute to the community, as do all of you guys. Like, don't sell yourself short in the audience. No shit. Like, none of us are anything without an audience. None of us are anything without having you guys, like, give us the feedback that you give us, the questions that you give us. It makes me think all week long. I love coming here on Saturdays and seeing the questions. I don't always address them, but I see the temperament of what's going on out there. I see
when I go on Roundtable and I see the comments in my videos, it inspires me for videos. It helps me create content, getting the feedback from this community. Like, it helps.
That's not just pandering, because you guys know me. I'm like the last fucking person on earth that will pander to anybody. Like, never ask me if the jeans make you look fat. No, you are fat and make the jeans look terrible on you. Like, that's the, don't ask me questions you don't want to answer.
Rob and I are very similar in that aspect. Don't
Like,
ask
seriously.
me. Don't ask me to be honest and then like get hurt when I tell you the honesty.
Yeah,
you know. Like,
and I think that's how Matt and I really truly have. We're 20 years apart. You know, why are the two of us good enough friends to make a YouTube channel together? We work together. Lots of mutual respect between the two of us. Differing opinions. He and I are very opposite spectrum kind of people. I couldn't imagine having a better partner on my YouTube channel. No shit, and that's not pandering. I love people that are straightforward, honest. Matt sometimes will, I consider myself a very raw, honest person, and Matt sometimes will shock me. I'm like, Matt, you probably shouldn't have said like this. There's no gain there. There's no net gain. There's no filter on Matt. I have a low filter. Matt has no filter.
I
but
have a
if you
filter.
get to know him and love him, man, it's just it's so much respect from me to people like Matt. So I love Ed. I think Ed is very I think Ed is very, direct, and Pat is just a great soul. He loves all of this, and he's very honest, and he cares about entertaining you guys. I recognize that you're there, and I respect that you're all here, and I love the time you're giving us. But
Gosh, yeah.
this is how we're not ever going to be like the 10,000, 100,000 subscriber people, because we're fucking honest. Come here,
Making me blush, Bob.
Circle jerk all around. Let's go.
Speaking of being blunt as shit, Ed, I'm looking forward to seeing you for Thanksgiving. Blunt as shit.
Bad dad jokes from Pat. Always. That should be like a meme hashtag channel. No, seriously. Come here, guys. If you want straight shit, this is the straight shit. That's what we should have called it, like straight shit cardboard.
Straight shit, yeah. That.
No, I like cardboard conversations.
Well
We're good,
for the
man.
algorithm.
We still need to change our name.
I'm sure we'd be shut down immediately, but and Ed is too. Like Ed and I have conversations on the phone all the time.
Mhm.
So at least one way for me telling him shit.
No, Bob, believe me, when I see your stuff, I have thoughts about it. I just don't have the time, like at the moment, to respond. You know what I'm saying? I want to respond telepathically.
I am a very chatty person.
I gotcha.
But it's all legit. Like Ed is straight legit. That everybody you see here, this is just like and that's why I love Nikachu too. I mean, the three of us got to talk to him behind the scenes, and that dude is exactly who he comes off as on his fucking channel.
Yeah,
love
we
that
got
guy.
to chat for shit. Probably we did a stream with him, and we probably talked for as long as we did the stream as we did off air, just about all sorts of different stuff between magic, personal lives, and just being content creators and going about the balance of enjoying what we're doing versus trying to make it more than just a hobby. Which, I mean, for me, why I balance my content creation to mainly doing Saturdays and the rare video on and off. There's so much. I'm just starting a D&D campaign with a group. I've never played as a character before. I love playing on my Xbox. I just got a new game, and I stayed up till like 4 this morning. There's a lot of stuff that I got going on in my life, and the balance of trying to get some ass on top of Magic the Gathering, who has to wash their own clothes and cook their own meals. It's tough.
Disclaimer:
so
we do not support getting ass on top of your Magic cards. It's not a great place.
Not on top of them,
unless it's Hoshep Oasis
or Everquill Phoenix.
or Everquill.
Oh, Ed, did you watch that fucking video I sent you from 8th Place Dave?
Yeah, that was a good one.
The
near mint with the origami.
Dude, my favorite one was this is a near mint Savannah, except it's actually a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Yeah. Josh and I have been bullshitting about that for a while.
Oh, man.
Near mint front, heavy play back.
Heavy played back. Yeah.
What the hell is that about? Dude, get out of here.
8th Place Dave, if you watch this, please leave a comment in this video. Yeah. That video is fucking priceless. I love it. My favorite YouTube video for Magic.
I
forgot to thank Savannah for that card.
Light played front, heavy played back.
Oh,
It's
wow.
ridiculous.
That's prison talk there, baby. Oh, man. Have we reached that time of the night, folks?
I think
We're talking prison jokes.
Yeah, probably.
Ed, thank you so much again, for recommending that all your folks come over and give us a poke over the last couple of weeks. It's really exciting for me to see all that. I appreciate that. Seriously, thank you.
Yeah, man, no doubt. Like I always said from the beginning, I've never been trying to trample on you guys. Like, I love you guys, so like, how long ago Pat reached out to me when I was such an early freaking, on my channel. So like, where I can help, I do. And like nowadays I do the once a month, like major Saturday night stream, but otherwise it's like this, man. And love to just pump some guys over to freaking whenever I'm live streaming and one of my boys pops on. You know what I mean? I love doing that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've actually still got a postcard from when you got to your 1,000 subscriber kind of giveaway thing, and I won one of your original pin sets. I've got that on my
Awesome.
fridge, like an A+ when I got,
That's sick, man.
So yeah, it's big support for the community. I enjoy interacting with certain content creators, and that's why you will and will not see certain people on the show. But everybody that comes on here, absolutely lovely folks, and great for the community. So big ups to you, Ed, and the MTG Gaming crew as well, and everybody down in the chat. Dude, man, I love checking out his videos.
And Dave, he stopped by, man. Like sick dude, man. Awesome.
Love BBD. Had invited him to my house.
Yeah, he's a really good dude, man. Really good dude.
We went camping recently. I got to play Big Spoon. Wonderful weekend.
The Big Spoon.
Oh man. And Coach, thank you. I mean, Coach is another staple here, like week after week.
Oh
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you.
He's all up in my freaking Discord, and I appreciate every comment. Like these types of supporters who are there to comment on videos, be in the live streams, like videos, watch them, be in the Discord. That stuff is invaluable. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
It
All
kind
of
of
you,
blows
all
my
of you.
mind,
I mean,
to be quite honest.
Yeah,
'Cause
seriously, that
I
amount of
can't do this
support
shit.
blows my mind. Yeah,
I'm not the type of person that does any of that. Unfortunately, my personality slash I don't know what the hell to call it. I may
Temperament.
ADD. I don't know what it is. What I do is not any of that. I don't comment on every video. I don't like every video. I just kind of I consume the content. I enjoy the content. I don't interact with people typically. I'm just kind of chilling. I don't know. Right now, I'm just kind of laid back in my chair. I'm not sitting up straight. I'm just kind of just kind of relaxing.
Yeah, I feel that, and that's why I'm always awed by the amount of support that comes from this community. It's amazing.
Great.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I love it. And seriously, thanks to everybody for your time. I say it over and over again.
Again, thank you everybody down in there in the comment section. For joining us tonight. If you also
fuck those guys. If they didn't make it live, we don't need them.
If they didn't vote for last roll, then fuck them.
Yeah. How dare I click the wrong button?
How this works? We're gonna have to have like a primer for everybody next week.
Well, next week I don't know. I mean, remember that's going to be our my thoughts are going to be all Vegas all the time by next Saturday.
I won't be here next week.
I'm going to be live so many times in the next 2 weeks until we go. Yeah. Like I just finished a major batch at work, and we're waiting for the next delivery. It's going to be 2-3 weeks for that, so it's like in between stuff. So yeah, I'm going to be going a lot of live streams up and coming.
I want them to release information about the formats at Magic 30th. Like, what is the multiplayer dragon thing gonna be? Like, I want to know. Like, what is it called? The Commander. It's where you're like the 4 people against the big monster or whatever. It's a
Commander boss fight.
Commander boss fight. Yeah, that's one. I want to know details about what the hell that means. How do I build a deck on something that I have absolutely no idea what it's supposed to like be around?
It's not absolutely no idea. There's just kind of scant details.
I saw nothing. I saw literally 0. It's just 4 players versus the big boss monster.
No, and it said it's going to roll it, so we know it's not going to have a deck. It's going to roll a die and it'll cast a spell based off of a list every turn.
Right, but that doesn't help me build a deck. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think I'm just going to build my Cascade Animar deck and just go in with, and by build, I mean convert it from proxy to real.
At any rate, we'll find out more. And Pat and I have talked about this several times. We're going to try to kind of, copy whatever they've got going on and make it our own and potentially play with some of the folks here in our chat, the Commander boss fight, if we can, on Spell Table.
Owns my LGS about exactly that. That I had a friend going to do this boss monster fight in Vegas, and if we can, we're gonna try and run our primer kind of stuff down at the LGS. So I think it'd be fun, maybe play it for other people, get it kind of out in the community, get some more feedback from other people live playing it as well. I think this could be a really big thing, and we'd love to bring that kind of content forward to the channel over on MTG Gaming and here on Pat the Pauper. So it's going to be a great time for you guys. I'm very jealous.
I know that Lotus Lookout is already doing that. I know they've played Commander Boss Fight at other like Command Fests, and I know that he said it's one of his most requested formats to play in his game store. So, and he's an LGS owner, so
That'll be cool.
looking forward. Sorry.
I said that'll be cool if it's fun.
So I'm supposed to to let you guys know, kind of a sneak peek. I've asked him if he would come appear on Cardboard Conversations, and we'd talk about that a little bit more and get into some of the details about the format. I've yet to hear back from a lot of people. Reached out to Edwin, the Magic Engineer. He said, yeah, he'll come out here on our show at some time. It's hard to get people to commit. Really is. So thank you, Ed, for showing up tonight. Appreciate it. I know your time is valuable.
Hey, man, I really appreciate you guys being so kind to me since the very beginning. You know what I mean?
Well, you're good, and you're not a dick, so it's pretty good.
I'm probably just too relaxed to be a dick.
Also, he's too high to be a dick.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I think Perp gets pretty high.
Yeah, I
mean,
think
you
a
might be
lot
high
of
on
people
that.
get pretty freaking blazed and don't really let on. You know what I mean?
But I think that's all about I got for tonight, guys. My gas tank's running empty. I need to get some food. My face turned red.
No doubt.
This has been absolutely wonderful. Thank you again for joining me here live tonight from everyone on the dashboard that you see and everyone down in the comment section and everyone that's tuning in later. Thank you very much for coming along for the ride. And until next week, this has been Cardboard Conversations.
You guys are the best.